I was about 3 months pregnant and my husband caught me doing suplexes in the garage and he was like, girl, you gotta give it, gotta give it a little rest. I'm like, okay.
She wants to fight, and the only one she wants to fight is you.
In MMA right now, there are no two people in the sport with more international name recognition than me and Gina, except for Connor, but no one's gonna sanction that. So like, this isn't a charity card. This isn't a throwback nostalgia card. This is the biggest fight in the sport right now, and it needed to happen now.
How long was that process from her saying, hey, are you interested, to you then saying, yeah, I actually want to do this after all these years?
I mean, that was about a year. I think I first got confronted with it from Dana White, December 2024. Yeah, so about a year we've been talking about it.
And when you say confronted, what does that mean? Like they offered it to you, they talked to you about it?
Dana gave me a call and he said, Ronda's pregnant. I think she was 9 months pregnant, right? And she wants to fight. And the only one she wants to fight is you. And at that time, I was extremely, I was extremely sick in my body. Had a couple of tough, rough years, like I think a lot of us did have. And at that time, I was like, you know what, absolutely. And then it just became more and more real as 2025 went on. And it is pretty incredible and surreal to be here today. It's healing, it's exciting, it's everything I could have hoped for. I didn't know I needed this so bad.
And so then I reached out to her, and it's been such a journey to get here, and so many obstacles. And so many people tried to get in between us and to insert their own agenda. And we went from barely knowing each other and respecting each other to being like, you know what? We're going to fight each other. I told her I will train you to fight me if I have to. Luckily, I didn't have to do that. But yeah, we went from, because of this, I had to get her number and talk to her. Because of this, I had to meet up with her and find a way to make the contract work out. And I thought it was just about me and, finding my love for the sport, and just about her, getting back to finding that fire and that light in her eyes that we all fell in love with. But it's become much more than that. Now it's become about changing the entire landscape of the sport. And challenging the monolith that the UFC has become. And I mean, of course, I just wanted to do something fun, and I ended up having to change the world. But that's the way that we do it. And I'm so happy that we're here, and I'm so grateful that Gina trusted me. When it wasn't going to work out with the UFC, I told her, I was like, we can do this on our own. We don't need them. We don't need anyone. And she said, I'm going to follow your lead. I'm going to trust you. And that's what led us to MVP and to Netflix and to us sitting here in front of the Intuit Dome about to put on the most viewed MMA fight of all time.
Did those failed negotiations lead to some bitterness that led you to publicly criticize them yesterday on social media?
No, not at all. He was the one that, when they weren't able to offer me, a respectable deal under the streaming model, he was the one that was like, I want you to make as much money as possible. Don't stay here and take less for me. He gave me his blessing to go out and do it on my own. And if anyone's been his apprentice, on how to be a promoter, it's been me. And after I let him know before anybody else that I had gone to Netflix, and I wanted to, I didn't want him to be upset with me. And he was like, I could never be upset with you. I love you so much. I want you to do great. I want this to be successful. He's always been my friend first before anything else. And I think that most of my criticisms of the UFC now is because Dana isn't the owner, and he isn't calling the shots, and he isn't running things the way that he wants, because he's an employee of the company now. He's not an owner. And I think it was a big mistake of theirs to not let him just run things the way that he always has.
Do you think he was upset when he saw your comments yesterday on social media? You mentioned that he wasn't upset with you for taking this fight.
Oh, he knows the White House card sucks. Like, he knows that they were pushing this for over a year, and it fell extremely short of expectations. I mean, he was so upset about it. He was talking about a fight falling out the day before. You know, it's I can guarantee you he's not happy with it either, and he's the one that taught me through example to speak my mind.
Digs it up somewhere, and I said that the women that I'm inspiring now are going to re-inspire me later. And I didn't know how prophetic those words would be. And it has totally come full circle to exactly that. I mean, Ronda, there's only, I mean, nobody, they've tried to get me to come out of retirement or, you know, there's nobody I would have come out for except for her. And when we were having kind of a tough time getting it done, because I have walked away before, Ronda was like, she got on the phone with me, she's like, let's sit down and talk about it. And I call her Little Wolf because she's she's like wagging her tail and she's charming. And at the same time, she wants to like rip my arm off and shove it up my ass. So I'm like, okay, like I gotta keep both of those sides of her in mind. But oh God, did I just say that? Oh no.
Oh, you did. You did.
That'll be viral. But no, she's completely inspired me, and this has just been. I didn't realize how badly I needed it. I don't care about the time off. I've had a lot of extreme things happen, and I feel. I mean, I used to get really nervous for stuff like this, and I feel freaking great right now. It's got good energy for this fight, and I agree with Ronda. This is the biggest fight going on right now. And it's a complete honor.
You're crushing it, Gina. You're crushing it.
Oh, you're gonna use Crusher now?
Oh, you know.
I mean, it used to be that UFC was the best place that you could come in combat sports to make a living and be paid fairly, and now it's no longer. It's one of the worst places to go. It's one of the. It's why so many of their top athletes are leaving to go and find pay elsewhere. It's why their champions like Valentina are selling pictures of their titties on OnlyFans. You know, like these people are, a lot of them at the ground level, they can't support their families. They're living poverty level fighting full time. And this company just got $7.7 billion. Like, there's no reason that they can't afford to pay their athletes at least a living wage, and not even that, to at least be able to match what these athletes are making in other sports. Why would they expect to get the best athletes and these best aspiring kids that want to be something into MMA? Why not go into football? Why not go into boxing? Why not go into anything else? And so they're bleeding talent because of their short-term greed. They're thinking about the next quarter. They're thinking about the shareholders, and they're not thinking about their responsibility to be, stewards of the future of the sport.